Alright, so the next step is to go talk to Mehra Milo in the Temple of Wisdom and Justice or something. Excuse me?
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I need to go that way. Ah, I suck at jumping. Which way? Okay, no. I get it. This way. A long day in Morrowind. See music. Fuck. I'm gonna go take a boat. Hey, pal. Could you take me to the temple, please? That looks really grand. Huh. I guess she's in one of these things. Actually, let's look at the notes. So, Caius... There we go. Adherenir, got it. Hulea, got it. Mehra Milo, temple priestess who works in the libraries at the Hall of Wisdom and Justice. It's open to the public, just walk around until you find her. Do not ask anyone at the Hall of Wisdom and Justice about Mehra Milo. I don't want to draw attention to the fact that she's talking to an outlander. Mehra Milo is a particular friend, and I don't want her to get her in trouble. When you've spoken with each of these persons and gotten what information they can give you, return a report to me. Okay. Hall of Wisdom. Hey. Okay, don't ask anybody about her.
Do I know you?
No, I don't think you do. Okay, library, perfect. Ordinator.
Hail and welcome. Do you have any news?
Hi there, Mehra. Yes, I'm Mehra Milo. Caius sent you? Follow me into the back of the library. We can talk there. Or we can't talk here. Okay.
Praise Vivek.
Praise Vivek. What? You can talk next to this guy?
Is there something you need?
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm afraid I don't know anything about the Sixth House cult, but I can tell you about the Nerevarine cult. Alright, well, tell me about the Nerevarine cult. The temple worships Nerevar as a saint and hero, but prophecies of his reincarnation are punished as wicked heresy. The Nerevarine cult claims the tribunal are false gods, hence the temple's persecution of the Nerevarine cult. A group called the Dissident Priests disputes temple doctrine on the Nerevarine prophecies. The proscribed book Progress of Truth describes their beliefs. Get a copy of Progress of Truth for Caius Cosades. That will tell him things he needs to know about the Nerevarine cult. Okay. Ta-ta. What is this book? The book lists the disputes of the dissident priests with tribunal temple doctrines. The temple has outlawed the sale or possession of the book, so it will be hard to find. We have a copy here, but I fear I am being watched by ordinators here. A safer plan would be to search local booksellers. Some booksellers ignore temple bans and outlawed books for profits or for principle. Okay, well, what do you mean you're being watched? I do not care for temple politics, but I have read Progress of Truth, and it troubles me. I have friends, former priests, who have gone into hiding, so I am bound to come to the attention of the Ordinators. I am careful, but I am afraid. I'm no secret agent like you or Caius. Sooner or later, I, too, must go into hiding. If it is not too late, when you return to Caius, tell him I am worried, and that if something goes wrong, I will leave a message under the agreed code word Amaya. Okay. What about these dissident priests? Dissident priests dispute temple doctrine and are outlawed and persecuted by the temple. Ordinators arrest and imprison heretics, and the Empire cannot interfere. Progress of Truth lists their beliefs. In brief, they challenge the purity and divinity of the tribunal, suggesting their powers are sorcerous, not divine, and perhaps akin to the powers of Dagoth-Ur. They also condemn the arbitrary power of the Ordinators and accuse the temple hierarchy of self-interest and corruption. Let's go back up to the top. Okay, I asked him, okay, what about the persecution of the Nerevarine? It's an Ashlander cult, primitive superstition, says the temple. Nerevarines say the tribunal are false gods. I've never understood why the temple wastes so much energy on them. The faithful cannot be shaken by such attacks, and the Ashlanders are just ignorant savages. But since the submission of the temple to the Empire, and the erosion of faith among the Dunmer, the militant wing of the temple is increasingly fierce in its attacks on heretics and heathens. Okay, what about Dagoth-Ur? Dagoth-Ur is the evil immortal enemy of the Tribunal Temple cult. The temple holds Dagoth-Ur and his hosts accountable for all the evils that beset the Dunmer and Morrowind. Dagoth-Ur dwells in fiery caverns beneath Red Mountain, served by his kin, called Ash Vampires, and by legions of deformed monsters. Wait, do you know anything about disturbing dreams? That means nothing to me. Perhaps you wouldn't know, but the temple regards disturbing dreams as a sign of soul sickness, a sign that the mind is deranged by impure impulses and dangerous feelings. The Ashlanders have many superstitions about dreams, but they have superstitions about everything. Alright, so what about soul sickness? Soul sickness is called madness, or insanity in the Empire. Signs of soul sickness are strange dreams, uncontrollable impulses, and cruel and evil deeds. Madness is not a disease, as Westerners believe, for if it were, it might be cured by blessings and healers. Soul sickness is a curse of Dagoth-Ur, who sends dark dreams to attack the weak of faith in their sleep. Those strong in faith can resist. Those weak in faith must seek counsel from the temple. Okay.
I could kill that girl. It's so rude.
Oh, man, you hate it when that happens. So she told me to go get a book called, Progress of Truth or something? Yeah, Progress of Truth. Can be found in secret libraries of the Hall of Wisdom, but that they are guarded. She says it will be safer to search booksellers for a copy. Okay. I bet Joe Basha has one. Just a suspicion. Yeah, we got goons in here.
Three blessings and
Well, thank you. What the... How do I get out of here?
Is there something I can do for you?
Yeah, what the fuck is the exit? Oh, this is probably it. Excuse me.
I can spare a few moments, if you care to.
Okay, back to the foreign quarter. Oh, the Vex Palace. Let's go back this way. Let's find the Progress of Truth. I hope Joe Basha has one. That is really cool.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Alright, please take me back to the foreign quarter. Okay. Yeah, I've paid you a number of times to ferry me around the city. wonder if it's quicker to go through here. So this is the lower wasteworks. I need to get to the upper wasteworks, which should be right here. And I think if I go out here, I should be able to get to the plaza. Wait, Jobosh is not up there. Jobosh is in the lower wasteworks. Gosh. For wait, where's in the upper wasteworks? Okay, here we go.
Praise Vivek.
Praise Vivek. Hello, Mr. Jobasha. I am looking for progress of truth. You wouldn't happen to have it, would you? Pilgrim's Path. Lots of it. Real Baron Zaya. Oh, he doesn't seem to have it. Scroll of Stone Skeleton. Annotated, blah blah blah. Oh, there it is. Perfect. Oh, I happen to have Vampires of Vardenfell. Here, you want a leaflet? Okay. You can cut me a couple septums off, can't you? Alright, great. Go ahead and take a peek at the book I just bought, Progress of Truth. Progress of Truth compiled by the Dissident Priests. Excerpt. Concerning the points of temple doctrine challenged by dissident priests. 1. The divinity of the tribunal. Temple doctrine claims their apotheosis was miraculously achieved through questing, virtue, knowledge, testing, and battling with evil. Temple doctrine claims their divine powers and immortality are ultimately conferred as a communal judgment by the Dunmer ancestors, including, among others, the good Daedra, the prophet Veloth, and Saint Nerevar. Dissident priests ask whether Dagoth Ur's powers and the tribunal powers might ultimately derive from the same source, Red Mountain. Sources in the Apocrypha suggest that the tribunal relied on profanely enchanted tools to achieve godhead, and that those unholy devices were the ones originally created by the ungodly Dwemer sorcerer Kagranak to create the false construct Numidium. 2. The purity of the tribunal. The dissident priests say the temple has always maintained a public face, represented by the hieroglypha, the priestly writings, and a hidden face, represented by the apocrypha, the hidden writings. The public account portrays the actions of the tribunal in a heroic light, while the hidden writings reveal secrets, untruths, inconsistencies, conflicting accounts, and varying interpretations which hint at a darker and less heroic motives and actions of the tribunes. In particular, conflicting accounts of the battle at Red Mountain raise questions about the tribunal's conduct and about the source of their subsequent apotheosis. Also, there is good evidence that the tribunal have been concealing the true nature of the threat posed by Dagoth Ur at Red Mountain, misleading the people about the tribunal's ability to protect Morrowind from Dagoth Ur, and concealing a recent dramatic diminishing of the tribunal's magical powers. 3. Temple accounts of the battle at Red Mountain. Ashlander tradition does not place the tribunal at Red Mountain, and holds that the Dwemer destroyed themselves, rather than that Nerevar destroyed them. Ashlander tradition further upholds that Nerevar left Dagoth Ur guarding the profane secrets of Red Mountain, while Nerevar went to confer with the Grand Council, i.e. the tribunal. That Nerevar died at the conference, not of his wounds according to the Ashlanders, but from treachery, and that subsequently the tribunal confronted a defiant Dagoth Ur within Red Mountain, then drove Dagoth Ur beneath Red Mountain when he would not yield to their will. 4. Veneration of the Daedra, saints, and ancestors. While challenging the divinity of the tribunal, the dissidents do not challenge the sainthood or heroism of the tribunal. In fact, the dissident priests advocate restoring many of the elements of fundamentalist ancestor worship as practiced by the Ashlanders and by Saint Valoth. Exactly how this would work is debated inconclusively within the dissident priests. 5. Denial of the prophecies of the Incarnate and persecution of the Nerevarines. Though no consensus exists among the dissidents about whether the Nerevarine prophecies are genuine, all agree that the persecution of the Nerevarines is unjust and politically motivated. The dissident priests do not reject mysticism, revelation, or prophecy as part of their religious experience. The dissidents have not resolved the issue of true or false insights. They have studied the mysticism of the Ashlander ancestor cults, in particular the rites of the Ashlander seers and wise women, and the prophecies of the Incarnate. Many among the dissident priests have come to believe that the Nerevarine prophecies are genuine, and have made a systematic study of prophecies recorded in temple archives. 6. Authority of the Archcanon and the Ordinators. The dissident priests reject the authority of the Archcanon and the Ordinators. The temple hierarchy has been corrupted by self-interest and politics, and no longer acts in the best interests of the temple or its worshippers. The dissident priests believe the Archcanon and Ordinators speak for themselves, not for the tribunal. 7. The Inquisition and the use of terror and torture by the Ordinators. Within the temple hierarchy, it is an open secret that the Ordinators rely on abduction, terror, torture, and secret imprisonment to discourage heresy and dissent. The dissident priests feel the Ordinators are either out of control or tools used to maintain a corrupt priesthood in power. 8. Fundamentals of temple doctrine: charity for the poor, education for the ignorant, protection for the weak. Though the dissident priests acknowledge that most rank-and-file priests honor the best traditions of the temple, they believe that many priests in higher ranks are interested more in love of authority and luxury than in the welfare of the poor, weak, and ignorant. I see. Alright, well, let's get back to Caius. Excuse me. Oh.
Is that?
Okay, back around this way. Into the Mages Guild.
Is there something you need?
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Excuse me, ladies.
Do you want something?
Word up, Trebonius.
How can I help you?
I need to get back to Balmora, please.
I'm listening, please. Go ahead.
What time is it? It's 10 p.m. Okay. Caius will still be up.
All right then, I'm listening.
Is there some?
Love this music.
Yes, only speak.
Whoa. I am a sleeper, one among thousands. I bring you a message. Dagoth calls you, Vidar, and you cannot deny your lord. The sixth house is risen, and Dagoth is its glory. What? The sixth house, the sleeping house, House Dagoth, the house of Lord Dagoth. The true house, the one house to welcome all true Dunmer, and drive the Inwa from our land. Take heed, Outlander. The day of reckoning is at hand. Take what you can, and leave our place. For when Lord Dagoth comes, there will be no place for you. Then what is this business about him calling me? Whatever. Take it easy, pal.
The sixth house is risen, and Lord Dagoth is its glory.
Okay. There definitely is a sixth house out here in the world.
I know you.
What What's she doing climbing up on top of Caius' house? Who are you?
Outlander, what do you want?
You're a new face, so what can I tell you about Balmora? I like to swap the latest rumors when there's something juicy enough to gossip about, or maybe you have a little secret. Maybe I have one to trade. Oh yeah? If you're thinking of traveling up country near Sheogorad, or out Molag Amur way, or inside the Ghost Fence, you need to know about Corpus. It's a disease that turns normal creatures into beasts, turns men into twisted, mad lumps of flesh, superhumanly strong and full of hatred. You get Corpus from fighting with diseased creatures. It's hard to get Corpus, but harder to get rid of it. In fact, I hear there is no cure. Okay. Let's talk to Caius.
You seem like very good company.
Oh, I'm glad you think so. Yes, I'm here to discuss my orders, bud. I have your report, and I'll make copies of your notes from Hilea and the Progress of Truth. Give me time to read and digest all this. In the meantime, I'm promoting you to Journeyman. You're doing good work, and here are 200 drakes. Go out and treat yourself to a new pair of shoes. And go do some jobs for the guilds or other freelance work, just to keep your cover story current. Or get some training. Then, when you're fit and rested, come back, and I'll have new orders for you. Alright, sounds like a plan, man. Alright, well, I think this is probably a pretty good spot to call it for now. Come on, there we go. Let's take off the, that snazzy hat. Alright guys, I will catch you next time. Peace.